Previously on My Wattpad Love.
Look at you. No wonder you're a nerd. Anyone can mistake you for a boy.
To say I felt insulted was an understatement. My face heated in anger and I clenched my fists. Before I even realized it, my hand connected with Shane's face. "How dare you?" I whispered before running away. I couldn't believe that I had just hit the coolest boy in school. What was I thinking? I spent the rest of the day watching my back. I had a gut feeling that Shane wasn't gonna let this go. In my defense, he earned that slap by being a real a-hole. I walked to class when I saw my best friend Laura, who looked at me with worry.
"Julie, what's going on?"
I'm in trouble, Laura. I hit someone.
"What? Who? What happened?"
Shane.
"Shane Mason? As in Hot Shane? Oh my god. Tell me exactly what happened."
I opened my mouth to reply when my phone buzzed in my pockets. I'll tell you later, I mumbled as I sat down in my seat and stared at my phone. I couldn't help grinning like an idiot. Did Evan read my mind or something? "You really can't survive without me, can you?" Smiley face.
Nah, I just enjoy annoying you. Plus, I have the hope I can persuade you into writing good stuff instead of cheesy novels.
My stories are not cheesy. Stop saying that. I don't understand why you keep messaging me. It's obvious you don't like me.
I told you. You entertain me. Now, tell me what color your underwear is.
Oh my god! I could feel my cheeks turning bright pink. I didn't even know what to say. You are a pervert.
I bet my PS3 that you're blushing right now. See? That's how you predictable, girl.
What's that supposed to mean? I scowled and felt stupid because he couldn't see my face.
Writers always leave pieces of themselves in their stories. So basically, by reading your stories, I know a lot about you.
My characters are not real.
But they all have a piece of you.
I didn't know what to say to that. He was probably right.
You are a shy girl. You prefer being on your computer because you're afraid of the real world. You also don't have a father. He left you when you were a child or something like that. You don't have many friends because you're afraid they will leave you like your father did. And lastly, you don't have a boyfriend.
I was utterly and simply shocked. How on earth did he know all that? Was he a stalker? Why are you talking to me?
Because you are the opposite of me. Anyway, gotta go. Talk to you later, peachy girl.
For some reason, I felt lonely after I was done talking to Evan. It still surprised me how much he seemed to know about me. Not even Jason or Laura knew that much about me. I mean, they didn't even know how scared I was of the real world. They didn't know I was hiding behind my shell to protect myself. Yeah, I really hoped I don't run into Shane again. I was gonna be okay. Just 2 more hours and then I'd be safe at home. After the torment that was gymnastics, I was finally heading out of school. Mom had texted me saying she was going to be a little late, so I was doomed to wait for her out in the cold. Even when winter was almost gone, the cold breeze was still whipping our town. I sat on a nearby bench and sighed, watching students get in their cars and chatting. I couldn't believe I had slapped someone as popular as Shane and got away with it. Being really bored, I got on Wattpad and started checking my favorite discussions on the clubs. I would always spend time talking and sharing opinions with people there. It was then an idea occurred to me. I clicked on Evan's profile and entered his poetry collection. I wanted to know more about him. I read his poems and tears sprung to my eyes. They were so sad, and they were so well written that they got to my heart quickly. His username made more sense now. Dark Poet 001. His poems were dark, but they were also extremely sad. Motivated by curiosity, I clicked on one of his 2 stories. It was a thriller story about some murders and stuff like that. I'd read it later, so I clicked on the other one. I opened my mouth, surprised. It was about a boy, a lonely boy. The prologue described his sad thoughts about the world. Wanting to know more, I transported myself into the story as I read it in silence. I was so into the story that I forgot I was in the parking lot. And more importantly, I didn't notice a figure standing in front of me until I walked straight into them.
Hey!
I met Shane's hazel eyes. They held a glint of anger. I swallowed.
You owe me an apology.
You insulted me. You deserved what you got. Now give me my phone back.
Don't mess with me, Jones.
He pronounced my name slowly. Are you threatening me? Worrying about my safety, I backed away. His lips formed a wicked grin.
Hit me again and you'll see.
See what? I was not gonna let him intimidate me. He grabbed my arm, rudely pulling me to him. I struggled to release myself. Let me go!
You are so...
He stated as he stared at me in silence. Insult me again and I swear.
beautiful.
I gasped and couldn't help the blush filling my cheeks. But then he laughed. I frowned as he let me go and gave me my phone back. He continued to laugh for a while.
You should have your face.
Shane said among his laughter. So it was a joke. Why didn't it surprise me? Of course, a guy like him would never think I was beautiful. I simply glared at him and felt relief when I spotted my mother's car. I walked past Shane, but he grabbed my arm again, stopping me.
What's your name?
Oh great! He knew my last name, but not my name. So classy. Megan Fox, I replied sarcastically.
You wish you were that hot.
You wish you knew my name. With that, I walked off. Unfortunately for me, my triumphal exit didn't last long. I didn't notice the parked car on my way and crashed right into it. Ow, 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 ow!
Nice exit, Jones.
Shut up! I exclaimed, putting my hurt feet on the ground again. I started limping towards my mother's car. I got inside and slammed the door closed. My mother gave me a confused look, but drove off in silence. I guess she was still mad at me.
Hello, peachy girl.
I rolled my eyes at his new nickname for me. Hello, freak.
I had a dream about you.
Really? I asked in disbelief. Why was he being so nice? Maybe he was tired of being a jerk. My assumptions could not have been more wrong.
Yeah, but it was not a nice dream. Anyway, did you finish stalking my profile?
I was not stalking your profile.
You are not a good stalker. If you were going poems, trying to figure me out, you shouldn't have all in my newsfeed.
I spent the rest of the afternoon reading Evan's sad story. I wondered if that had really happened to him because it was really tragic. According to his story, his girlfriend had chosen his best friend over him. How could she do that? Why did I care so much anyway? It was probably just fiction. But something in my gut told me that Evan had had a difficult life. I was lying on my back, my laptop was resting on my belly. I was reading peacefully on Wattpad. My eyes landed on the chat box. I had a new instant message. I smiled like a fool when I read the username. Dark Poet 001. He had to be my fan. Otherwise, there was no way he kept appearing in my chat box. Damn! I cussed out loud. I was such an idiot! I was about to type an excuse when my door swung open, causing my windows to shake.
I have returned!
Jason exclaimed, pretending a British accent. He walked inside my room like he owned the place. I stared at him in silence. He looked rejuvenated and radiant. I guess he'd had a wild night. I narrowed my eyes at him. You have a sign on your forehead that says, I had sex all night.
I had indeed.
I rolled my eyes. Stop it with the accent. It doesn't suit you.
Someone's cranky. But do not worry, milady. I am here to brighten your day.
I am angry. You scared the hell out of me last night, not to mention the fact that you hit me with a rock.
Speaking of which, actually, I was wondering.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Don't tell me you're here for condoms. His guilty expression told me everything. Oh my god, get out, Jason!
Please, I am short on money and I'm seeing my special friend tonight.
Again? What are you, a freaking rabbit?
Come on. It's not like you paid for them. Your mother gave you tons of them.
That doesn't mean I have to maintain your sex life. I am not your pimp.
You cannot let your best friend get an STD or get someone pregnant.
He whined with a baby voice. Sighing in frustration, I got out of bed and stomped to my drawer. Condoms in hand, I turned to Jason and was ready to throw them when my mother burst in. She looked at Jason, who was lying shirtless on my bed, and then at me.
Julie Ann Jones, can you explain to me what the hell is going on?
She placed her hands on her hips. Oh no, I was in major trouble.